Hey everybody, Mack here with the top 10 dark and disturbing Pokemon Pokedex entries. Start from the beginning, let's go with Kanto. This is where it all began. So everybody knows about Kanto. It's the starting place for all Pokemon trainers. You start off with your starting Pokemon, and you also get your Pokeballs and you get your Pokedex. There's 150 Pokemon, at least in this region, and then it passes over later on in the series of the anime. Now most would say, hey, that doesn't sound so bad. What's so wrong about that? Well, they honestly could not be any more than wrong. Going into a brief discussion about the Pokedex, and for later videos, the Pokedex holds itself as an encyclopedia for Pokemon entries as well as their stats and attacks and everything like that. It was actually invented by Professor Westwood V in the Seafoam Islands, in the anime at least, is when it was mentioned. But for some reason, he was off his rocker, and you ended up getting very dark entries in the Pokedex. So let's start off with number 10. So starting at number 10, we of course have Charmander. A lot of you were like, oh, he's so cute. Others know what I'm going with this. So in the anime, Ash catches a Charmander in the next few episodes of the starting episode. Not too bad, pretty awesome Pokemon. It was abandoned by its trainer, but look at this as its Pokedex entry. So it clearly states, from the time it is born, a flame burns at the tip of its tail. Its life would end if the flame were to go out. Now some would argue this isn't the case. Well, I'm just telling it as I see it. So pretty much, this sounds pretty dark to me in my case, and in the anime there's been many times where Charmander has almost died. A perfect example, when he was on the St. Anne, he almost drowned. At number 9, we have Lapras. Everybody thinks, hey, pretty cool Pokemon. I would agree. But it also has a dark entry itself. A Pokemon that has been overhunted almost to extinction. It can ferry people across the water. This is both dark and beneficial. Yes, you could use it for transport, but at the same time, they're poaching the Lapras. They're killing it off. I don't know what they do with it. I hope they don't eat it, but then again, who would eat a Lapras? Oh, it's so cute. But yeah, that's pretty messed up. At number 8, we have Kadabra. Now, the dark story about Kadabra is pretty scary, honestly. Um, we obviously see Kadabra when it makes a debut, when it evolves from Abra with Sabrina. So let's look at its entry. It happened one morning. A boy with extrasensory powers awoke in bed, transformed into Kadabra. That's pretty freaky. Many people like to enjoy what it would be like to be a Pokemon. This actually happened, and that's pretty scary. You never to see your family again. That's pretty scary. And now you have to do all these dream battles and stuff like that. It's pretty freaky. At number 7, we have Muck. So why is this so scary? Well, let's see. A toxic fluid seeps from its body. The fluid instantly kills plants and trees on contact. That's pretty dangerous. I mean, what if it came into contact with you? I mean, heck, we even see it here in the Indigo Plateau. He's going up against a Bellsprout. Poor Bellsprout ended up suffocating under Muck after a body slam. Did it die? No, but maybe later. Number 6, we have Metapod. You poor Pokemon, just struggling to survive. Its Pokedex entry in Pokemon Sun. Its shell is filled with soft innards. It doesn't move much because of the risk it might carelessly spill its innards out. God, that's pretty bad. Oh my god. Well, obviously we see in the anime where it goes up against a Pinsir, but even then, that was pretty bad. Watch as your Pinsir crushes your Metapod in half. Obviously, we didn't see that because Metapod hardened and it was able to survive the attack. It also went up against a Beedrill, but then it got a scar on it because it got pierced by it. But then we didn't see any innards. Thank God. But imagine in the anime that happened? God. As you guys can see, the giant gash on Metapod, but then Butterfree came out of it, which was okay, but then it's like, well, what happened to the cocoon? Oh, Ash just drops it onto the ground. I got a Butterfree anyway. It's like, dude, at least, like, cremate it or something. Number 5, we have Primate. Now, this guy is very cool, but at the same time, he also has a dark entry. In Pokemon Sun, it has been known to become so angry it dies as a result. Its face looks peaceful in death, however. What? Obviously, it's not going to show any emotion because it's dead, but even then, why would you put that? That is so disgusting. I mean, sure, it may chase you forever, which it never really did, but nonetheless, it's like, oh my god. And look at this cute little face, it's crying. That's more adorable than seeing it dead. Good god. Number 4, we have Parasect. Obviously, this thing looks like an alien. Didn't give him any eyes. Were they on such budget they couldn't do it like Paris? Paris has eyes. It's cute. They're bulgy, but whatever. It doesn't matter. They're cute. But no, we get this thing. Good God. Ah. Not only that, it also has a bad entry. A mushroom grown larger than the host's body controls parasite. It scatters poisonous spores. That's disgusting. It basically is getting its life drained out and sucked to death by a mushroom. And I gotta just say it, I'm sorry, I can't deal with this. It has no eyeballs, so here, let me change this up. There we go. Give it some eyeballs, we'll give it a smile. There we go, better. But it's still suffering, so, Number 3, we have a tiebreaker. We have Drowsy and Hypno. Oh my god, these guys are freaky. So these two Pokemon debuted in Hypno's nap time. They look pretty alright, right? No, not really. Just like their Pokedex entries, these guys are just as freaky looking. So let's starting off with Drowsies. If you think you had a good dream, but you can't remember it, Drowsy has probably eaten it. That's pretty bad. Considering the fact that you could never have a good dream, and you're always going to end up having nightmares, no thanks. Now, as for Hypno, when it is very hungry, it puts humans it meets to sleep. Then it feasts on their dreams. That alone is pretty bad, but how can we make it worse? I know, let's use this. It's hard to say it got cut off, but nonetheless, it carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized. What? And again, I cannot stress this enough. What? That sounds like the works of I'm not saying that. But anyways, we end up seeing that in Fire Red with Ostel. She ends up getting lost in the forest, and then Hypno comes, and, well, there you have it. It's okay, though, because you can get rid of it and be the hero. Number 2, Cubone. Start the waterworks. Oh my god. This sweet, lovable, innocent little infant Pokemon has the saddest story I have ever heard in my entire life. So his entry is, in Fire Red, it wears the skull of its dead mother on its head. When it becomes lonesome, it is said to cry loudly. So that's pretty sad and dark. Well, obviously, as you can tell in Pokemon Origins, you see it off screen. Cubone's mother, the Marowak, actually gets killed by this, well, I don't know his name specifically. Let's just call him Grade A douchebag. It fits about right. Anywho, this jerkwad beats Marowak to death. To death. I don't care if it's off screen or not. That's pretty bad. And then he has to wear it, and then he's orphaned for life. It's just, oh my god, the feels, man. Honestly, this guy, I hate you, man. I hate you with a passion, okay? Why would you do that? You know, let's beat you with a stick right now. Let's beat you with the stick, dumbass. Thank you, though, to Mr. Fuji for bringing Cubone into his home and adopting him. And number 1, we have Gengar. Honestly, it's one of my favorite ghost-type Pokemon, but nonetheless, this guy, you see him all the time, along with all the other ones of Ghastly and Haunter and all these episodes. But believe it or not, this guy is a perfect representation of the Boogeyman. I'm going to tell you the reason why. 1, he's a ghost. 2, his Pokedex entries are super dark, which makes him number 1, hands down. So all of these are dark. Starting off with Sun, you should feel yourself attacked by a sudden chill. It is evidence of an approaching Gengar. There's no escaping it. Give up. Okay, my life's at risk, but you don't want me to run? You want me to just take it? Good God. And for Moon, it apparently wishes for a traveling companion. Since it was once human itself, it tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans. That's pretty bad. You basically turn it into an alternate self by using other people's souls. God. For Ultra Sun, you hear tales told all over the world about how Gengar will pay a visit to children who are naughty. Obviously, reference to the Boogeyman, but even then, talking about children, that's bad. Stop it. Ultra Moon, even your home isn't safe. Good God. Gengar will lurk wherever dark corner of a room it can find and wait for a chance to catch its prey. Okay. Leave all the lights on. Please. So, obviously, Gengar is a fan favorite, but at the same time, it is freaky. Look at those eyes. It's staring deep into your soul to be your friend. And that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. So that is the top 10 list, you guys. Feel free to go ahead and comment below, and feel free to give any feedback. I know there's a lot more entries, but I wanted to pick these ones, and it's pretty awesome there. Go ahead and like and subscribe, hit the notification bell to the GamerRealm. There'll be more reviews to come, more top 10 lists. I'll see you guys next time.